IGP Dampare, my people, will copy mu ewo Parliament. Na Dampare Parliament a oko ye nyina no ono de nasem yetia. Dampare mobakaya or the letter be ba bonten say my people. Omo a omo hye nkom prophecy no ono de untia. Na mbom no say wo ba bonten pa baka say obi bewu obi benya accident na ade a ende na ewo say wo de evidence e de ba anya sa ade a embra no ene ubedi ema asofo bebre na no omo kasetia eye IGP Dampare nipa ba kon no de odi mu etintiman pa eye prophet Nigel Gaisie my people ono recently crampo no osan so hyenkom se oman a yempe no kre IGP obobeyi nanan ase boot what I say aha nipa foforo beji na che say indirectly no IGP Dampare my people omo ba saka no na ye no na Nigel Gaisie osan so kwatena eye GTV me de sa video no ebremu o kire mu se ono no ohun ne se embra IGP Dampare o de aba no my people enya de a Parliament kra no agiatum nti ono prophet Nigel Gaisie de obetumi akese sa letter na IGP de ba bonten no enyembra because Parliament engine to mu na we na enam sa letter no so na Parliament o ma to nsafre IGP say IGP are you against prophecies na wutie IGP no komo na oboni ye pade a
Mr. IGP is there a ban on false prophecies? Because it's creating a lot of fear, and panic in the system. So I want to know whether there's a law or whatever the police is doing to at least minimize the prophecies, from false prophecies. How do you know it's false? A lot of them are false, especially Okay.
Honorable Chair, it's a very difficult question for me. But as a Christian and somebody who also believes in prophecies, and by extension, I'm a prophet in my own right, because as a son of God, God will always have the opportunity to have engagement with you and tell you things in the future, if only you are ready to listen. But all the issues that we have been putting across as an institution is to prove to everybody that we are not against prophecies. We are talking about communication of such prophecies that will end up creating fear and panic in our society, which is unwarranted. Honorable Chair, it's a simple matter. And it's a very simple matter. And truly is a very simple matter. And what is it? Honorable Chair, before I became IGP, nobody prophesied about me. Now I'm IGP, everybody is prophesying about me. I have no problem with it because I'm a public figure. But why should it be such that you found something, God have revealed something to you and you want to share with me? You have to make it a showmanship and tell the whole country that I'm about to die, which of course I'm not afraid, because the only thing I'm afraid of is death. Because if you don't want to die, you shouldn't allow yourself to be dead. So once I have been born, I'm going to die. So as for death, the only thing I can do is probably become a friend of it so that he can treat me with some leniency. But the point is that you go and make such an announcement across the whole world. And I have a wife. I have children. I have a parent who is alive. And I have family members. So every day, when I live in my house, and I always get up around 3 a.m., and today I slept up to 5 a.m., my wife will be thinking that I'm dead. And this is something she is going to live with for the rest of her life. And why is it that God himself decided not to tell us when we are going to die? It means a lot. And even there, if you have prophecies about somebody dying, you even have a way in our typical Ghanaian environment, put it even in Proverbs. for the person to decipher it. But I don't put fear and panic in the person, in the person's immediate family, in the person's extended family, in the whole country. And the question is that, Honorable Chair, you are all elected to be members of Parliament by our votes. And therefore, you have been empowered by the Constitution and other laws to make certain proclamations, which is acceptable. But those who are prophets, who elected them over my life? Who elected them over my life? To just get out there and make pronouncement about me where I'm not a member of your family, I'm not your church member, and probably the person might not be even believing in God. And how can a family meet and that family is not thinking about its members, but is thinking about outside people who are not related to the family, and be able to get revelation about those people and share it out there to cause fear and panic? And the point, another point, all this matter, we have decided not to talk about it. We are deep-seated Christians that we don't joke with godliness. But we also will not allow anybody to use God to create a mess and confusion, because God is not a God of confusion and God is not a God of disorderliness. Thank you. So the final point we are making is, Honorable Chair, imagine somebody says that from the beginning of this year, so the time we are in Easter, 90% of markets in Accra are going to be burnt. And you say it's a prophecy. Nobody has appointed you to go and make that communication. Imagine how many people will be going to the market every day thinking that they will don't come back. Imagine they come to say that you travel from Accra to Kumasi and the first half of the year, there will be 1,000 accidents and almost about 1,000 people will die. Imagine what will happen. So the only point we are saying is that we don't know what language God speaks and who interprets it for who. But the point is that if God speaks to you and then you go out there, find as the same God to give you guidance as to how it should be communicated, that will not affect the life of individuals in a manner that will put them in fear, put their immediate family in fear, the extended family in fear, the country in fear. Why is at the same time making sure that when it all settles, you ask yourself, the same God can give direction on the same matter differently. So all what we are saying is this: we are not against prophecies. Go ahead, prophesy, but when God speaks to you, carry it in a manner that will ensure the sanctity of our nation called Ghana. And that is simplicity.
My people, IGP Dampare and what and Kano. In some okan ye ni is in connection of Prophet Nigel Gaisie ne prophecy on 2023. And your man or say Ghana yen hwe nim say possible say e betumi esi say yan bom paya dia and na ebebem onompo de o ka say John Dramani Mahama obasan aba be president na amanfo bi de nsa katakata bi. My people, yentie ne prophecies no kakra.
We was listening from
that Nima was in tears.
Say Nima now observe omu.
And this is a figurative expression.
Why kasebe?
So let's pray for Nima.
Yamo pray for Nima.
The next prophecy.
As a course
in the realm of the spirit.
Susun from
I saw a lot of government properties on fire.
I
saw a major bank in the Republic of Yempenekwe on fire. I saw where they take their taxes. I saw that deliberately it was on fire. They are doing it because they've stolen a lot of money. They cannot account for the record. So they will set public properties on fire. Let's pray to avert.
This
This is what I saw in the realm of the spirit. And I repeat it, I saw it clearly. A woman who is leading a sensitive position. In the Republic of Yempenicre. I saw that she was murdered in cold blood. This one, I want to repeat it again. The Lord carried my spirit in the realm of the spirit. And I saw a woman occupying a sensitive position. I saw that the woman was murdered in cold blood. And I asked the angel of the Lord that made me see that. Why so? And I saw that a party was complaining that she was not fair to them. Let's pray to avert it. I am seeing it hanging, and if we joke with this, it will happen. Because I keep seeing it. Let's pray to avert it. Let's covenant to avert it. And let that woman say, the Lord, be fair. Be very fair. I saw Liberia. The now president to win again. And I wish to end the prophecy here. But I have to continue again. The next prophecy, I am seeing a lot of things. A lot of things. But because of the times we are in the Republic of Yempenicre, we will try to speak figuratively. I saw at the next post that the minority party, the minority group, they have won massively in the Republic of Yempenicre. In fact, at the other polls, they won. They won clearly, but for the unseen hand. This wind that is about to come, it will be heavy. It will be heavy that nobody can stop it. But the Lord told me to say that this wind, He Himself will come down to orchestrate it. And when it is finally settled on the 9th of December, He will go back into His realm. The Lord told me to admonish the minority in Parliament that they should be united. They should be aggressive, and they should be prayerful. I repeat this prophecy. Well, just as the last one happened, it will be as such. The minority in the Republic of Yempenicre, the Lord said they will win massively. They will win massively. In fact, an eagle entered into the Parliament, and I saw that the other divide, they went down. A lot of people went down. I saw a lot of them, but notable I saw, and he was really crying and wailing, was the one, the government official, one of the people of the sea. Relax. This prophecy, if you are not deep, you don't understand. Can you give it to Jesus?
Yes, Lord.
I saw in the realm of the spirit that the government official one in the capital city of the people of Yempenicre, that man, he will not go back to Parliament. And the Lord took me toward the central western part, and I entered into the central western part. I saw a woman sitting on a lion. That woman will not go back to Parliament. And the Lord took me closer, and I went very deep, like a roundabout like that. That there is a university there. That you can go there. There is a roundabout like that. Then you can go like that. That man there also no go back to Parliament. And I saw one that speaks like a parrot. Once upon a time, I saw a microphone before him. He will not go back to Parliament. So the minority now in the Republic of Yempenekre, I saw into time, they will form the next government. That nobody can stop it. Says the Lord. The only people that can stop it are themselves. The only people that can stop it. The Lord said, I should tell them. He is waiting on them to bring back prosperity to his people. The Lord said, I should tell them. He is waiting on them to bring hope to his people and his dear nation of the Republic of Yempenekre. There is going to be an attack on the Parliament of Yempenekre. Two of the parliamentarians will not make it to the last meeting of the Parliament. But we'll be praying for them. We'll avert it. Like other ones have been averted. We are believing God that will avert this one. The next prophecy. The church of Nigeria will come under serious attack. I saw a big man of God in Nigeria saying bye-bye to the world. The Lord showed me something, and I saw it clearly, that the media in the Republic of Yempenekre, it came under serious attack. Repeat this, it came under serious attack. Critics were arrested. Some were nearly jailed. The Lord said we should pray and tell them ahead of time. The media in the Republic of Yempenekre will come under attack. I don't know if that is the prophecy number 14. The Lord took my spirit to the Republic of Yempenekre, and I saw that there was a change of an IGP. I saw it in the realm of the spirit, that the IGP, his boot was taken off. I saw it. I saw it. I dreamt. And I saw it. And it will come to pass. If they don't pray about it, it will come to pass. It will come to pass. The Lord carried my spirit. I saw arrows. By what I saw in the realm of the spirit, a change of IGP. In my vision, the Lord said, I should tell the nation of Yempenekre that the horse now, I saw a horse, and whilst I was looking in the realm of the spirit, the Lord said, this horse, if the people of Yempenekre tolerate and entertain this horse, it will take the people of Yempenekre 70 years to come back to where they were 2016. And I asked the angel of God, why will it take your people 70 years? And the angel of God said, this horse has stolen so much. This horse has mobilized too much money out of the country. And the Lord took me to the place whereby their finance ministry is. And I saw that it was empty. The Lord said, this horse, we should reject it, we should not entertain it. We should guide it to the place it must be changed. And let's change it with anger.
Where are Prophet Nigel Gaisie or no in someone or the betu say or my Yempenekre and prophecies are or the buyer and a parliament almost all my tonsa after IGP say Ombe Church Nesemu say whether he is against prophecy na embra eman ho kwan say or no obetumi aye sade na IGP Dampare or chechere ni same my people. Chira wa adwuma me e comment section ho na share video we na afoforo so ensa nkebi. One subscribe here and then me bon kai subscribe mami na turn on notification bell no so on for latest updates. Me din the Black Sage.